All right. Another one up. Chris Christianson of Warwick Basketball. How are you doing, sir?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. We're not texting, which is different.
I know
Now we're
that's
talking in
nice.
person.
Yeah, I know.
You got to appreciate that, right? These kids can't communicate on the floor, but they can certainly do it.
Right,
Right.
right.
Um, First things first, how was your summer? We'll just start off there. You lost a couple key faces, obviously, which now seems to be a reoccurring theme here at Warwick, but how has been the new emergence of roles and things like that been going for you?
Yeah, it was a good summer. We did the usual things we do. West Reading, and then a small package at the Nook. We did get to go to team camp this year, which we kind of missed out on the previous 2 years, which I think is a really valuable experience just in terms of team camaraderie and spending some time together. So we got to go to West Virginia University and do that, and then we probably spent more time in the weight room this year than we've spent. We got some strength and conditioning guys to take that over for our coaching staff and just run that and let our guys hear a different voice in the weight room. So I think that's going to benefit us tremendously this year.
What do you think, and it's, again, I kind of touched on this, it's basically the same type of theme this year to where, like, you lost Kai, but you still had Tate. But now, like, obviously they're both gone. What is this team going to look like without maybe oh my gosh, this kid's clearly had a scouting report? Like,
Right.
how's that going to look this year, you think?
Yeah, I think it's the nice part for us is we have a collection of guys, and I think the top's been for our in terms of roster and ability and talent's probably been top heavy the last couple of years, and I think now we probably are deeper than we've been than the last couple of years. So I think we have about 9, 10 guys that can play that we're comfortable playing, and that's something that's going to benefit us in terms of the longevity of the year, I think, and having some guys take some minutes off some guys and be able to do that. And we still have some experience, right? So we still have
Sure.
two sophomores that started for us, and then Carter Horst and Trevor Evans, and then Caleb Johnson was a freshman who was like our sixth man, and we had a couple other guys who got minutes. Like we've had a lot of guys played in 10 games, which we're fortunate that our older guys were able to get us some leads and be able to play some more people and get them. Now it wasn't big game experience, but
Right.
it's experience is experience, right? And I think that's valuable for our underclassmen moving into this year.
I think I've asked you this before, but I'm going to ask you it again. You have been around Warwick before, obviously being a township and everything like
Right.
that, but even myself being an alum,
Right.
this is different. This is different now. This is not like a flash in the pan. Look at this one team, and then we're going to go back down to the pack. How has it been, like, from a program perspective? Is this, like, even maybe better than what you've thought? Because you've seen Warwick kind of been like a middle of the road growing up, because
Right.
we were on the same type of age. So
Right. Yeah, I think our we've kind of talked about this with our team, but having a let's call it a face in the community, right? And our guys being able to relate to the younger guys and kind of build that program down in terms of just the travel team kids knowing the varsity kids and the varsity kids walking off the court and saying hi to a fifth grader who looks at them like they're an NBA player. And that it seems silly to a point, but that stuff goes a long way. And you've seen it in multiple sports at Warwick, right? Like, but I think that plays a huge part in what's been going on. Now, obviously, there's been some talent. Like, let's not be dumb here, but we've been blessed with guys who've committed themselves and didn't have to be begged, right? And did a lot on their own in AAU and bringing guys along with them. So it's the credit is to the kids for buying into what we were trying to do, and it's been an awesome riding experience, and we look to keep that going here.
am I allowed to ask about the freshman, or is he off limits?
You can. You're not the first person to ask.
Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, what's his name?
Your Majesty Washington. Yeah. He's a freshman. He's obviously a very talented freshman, and he's not at his ceiling, and his potential is great, and we're going to continue to help him develop and push him to be as good as he can be as a player and in person. And our coaching staff has kind of taken that on, and our guys have embraced him as a freshman on our team, and we're excited for his future at Warwick.
Yeah. And he could be one of the better players Warwick has seen in a while. Like if he puts it all together, I mean, those of you watching, you probably remember how good Kai was. Like this could be different too because he's only a freshman, and you're right, his upside is out of control. Good.
Yeah, it is, and it's and he knows it, right?
Yeah.
He knows it, and he's a hooper, and he plays a lot of basketball, and he's going to continue to get better, and we're going to do everything to help him reach that potential. So,
last thing I want to ask you: who's in the Christmas tournament this year?
So we have Dallastown, Penn Manor, Lancaster Catholic, and us. So we do have 4.
Here's your stat of the day.
I know where this is going. I know where this is going.
Warwick has not won their own Christmas tournament since 2007 when this guy was a senior, and we won all of 5 games that year. So we won 2 games in 48 hours. But since then, let's make that one of the goals this year. Let's win our Christmas tournament.
We can do that.
We'll
put that on the board. Win the Christmas tournament, so we don't have to hear from Andy anymore. We'll put that on the board.
Good deal. Appreciate you as always, Coach.